welcome to Yoga Alicia. I'm Alicia, and today we are going to do cat-cow. So grab your mat and let's get started. All right, so in the process of going through cat-cow, we're also going to be going through tabletop. So let's first break down tabletop position, and then we will move into how to properly do cow, and then we will do cat, and then we will do it all together. So coming into tabletop position first, you want your wrists to be directly under your shoulders and your knees to be directly under your hips. Like so. The tops of your feet will be on your mat. And a couple things here. First of all, I know all of us ladies, especially moms, we tend to have an overarched lower back. So be very careful when you're in tabletop position. You don't want to be like this. This isn't good form. We want a straight spine. So while we're here, it's not a tucking of the pelvis. We'll do that when we go into cat. You want to bring your belly in, actually, and that will help create that space in the lower back. Shoulders are down and away from the ears. Your neck is an extension of your spine in this posture, so you should just be looking straight down at your mat. Fingers spread wide, and a lot of people complain about wrist pain in tabletop, or also sometimes I've had wrist pain while doing downward facing dog. So a couple tips if you do experience any kind of pain in your wrists in these postures is to look where the insides of your elbows, the eyes of your elbows are facing. So I'll face you so that I can kind of demonstrate. My elbows do like lots of cool stuff. I don't know if it's really cool. It's actually kind of annoying to me, but they go like all over the place. So I can be in tabletop like this. I can be in tabletop like this. They can face like all these funky different directions, and that either ends up giving me elbow pain or wrist pain. So you want to make sure when you're in tabletop position that the eyes of your elbows are facing each other, so they're facing the inside. And if you're still kind of having a hard time remembering that, if you bend your wrists just slightly, then they'll stay there. You can't get as much range of motion if your elbows are just slightly bent. And if you're still experiencing some wrist pain, try to put a little bit more of the pressure into your fingertips, and that will help as well. So coming back into, and by the way, I've been like watching my videos and realizing I say so all the time. So I'm sorry about that. All right, back in tabletop. Elbows are facing each other. Belly is tucked in. Spine is straight, looking down. Core is engaged. This is tabletop. So if you're here with me, you can see that this is actually another one of those poses where it's not as easy as it looks. I mean, your entire body should be engaged in this posture. We're going to go ahead and move into cow. So you're going to inhale, and on your inhale, you're going to lift your sits bones and your chest and drop your stomach and your ribs. Now, when we come here, it doesn't need to be, you don't need to like go as absolutely far as you can, right? You're just going to pull up with your chest and look straight ahead. So you just went with your head from looking down to just looking straight in front of you. Dropping the ribs, keeping the shoulders down and away from the ears, lifting the sits bones and the chest. And you're still pressing down into the mat with your legs and your arms, actually. So the whole body is still engaged. When we're in cow, we're stretching the front of our neck and the front of our torso. We're also stretching and strengthening the spine and massaging the abdominal organs. And then on your exhale, from here, you're going to just tuck your pelvis under and drop your head. So you're not forcing your chin to your chest, you're just releasing the head down and tucking the tailbone under. You're still pressing away from the ground to keep your shoulders away from your ears. Okay, so we're gonna put it all together now. Inhale, pull the sits bones and the chest up, drop the belly. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under, round the spine and release the head. Inhale. Into cow. And exhale. Into cat. You can do a couple more of these with your own breath. Starting with your hips, with your pelvic bone, and working your way to your head. So going into cow, starting with lifting the hips and then lifting the chest and finishing with the head. And then going into cat, starting by tucking the pelvis, rounding the spine, and releasing the head. And then when you feel good with that, this is one of those great poses that you can just kind of move around in, get creative with, do what feels good for your own body in that moment, in that day, whatever feels good for you. So, cat and cow, again, when we're in cow, we are stretching our neck and the front of our torso and stimulating those abdominal organs, stretching and strengthening the spine. Same thing goes for cat. We're still stretching and strengthening the spine. We're still massaging those abdominal organs, but then when we're in cat, we're really getting a good stretch in the back of our neck and our torso. So cat-cow is a really great kind of little exercise to do if you sit a lot or if you have a lot of back stiffness. Thank you so much for letting me guide you today through these cat-cows. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for joining me, guys. Namaste.